Well guys, Ubisoft is currently developing their biggest comeback with a brand new game. And that game is none other than Tom Clancy's The Division 3. Now recently I posted an update regarding the Division 3 situation and how Ubisoft has been hiring a lot of developers and programmers and also art directors in order to develop the Division 3, and the game has already been in early on production state at this point. However, a lot of us have been expecting the Division to be releasing sometime in 2026 because 2025 is fully focused all around Assassin's Creed, and since the game is already in development, a lot of us have already predicted that 2026 to be the release date of this game. But recently we just received the latest update from one of the insiders, Tom Henderson, who's been very reliable when it comes to all the sources and information about all the leaks and information that we need to know inside the gaming industry. And recently a fan asked Tom Henderson on one of his tweets where he stated that, a bit off topic, but do you have any insights about the Division franchise? To which Tom Henderson stated that the Division 3 is probably at least 4 or more years away, I'd imagine. Now obviously things coming from someone like Tom, and Tom is someone that really knows and has a lot of information from the insider sources, and Tom Henderson now believes that this game at least is going to be taking another 4 years before it's officially coming out to the public for us to play the game. But I think 4 years is eventually a very long time, and currently looking at the state of Ubisoft, it seems like there is a lot of issues more than just this game being developed at this point and released after 4 years, because word on the community is that Tencent is going to be purchasing Ubisoft very soon. Just yesterday it seems like the company was at 15 euros and then it fell all the way back 14 euros. Now if you compare that with 1 month, as you can see, the stocks went all the way to 8 euros and it picked up right after the Tencent purchase information came out, and right now it seems like the stocks have completely gone offline. We don't have any further information on what's going on with the stocks, and some people are saying that Ubisoft have now officially gone private with their stock market and they're no longer going to be allowing their investors to trade their stocks any longer. Now, this is one of the suggestions that 10% of their investors have been calling Ubisoft to do in order to go private with their stocks, and the 10% came from Tencent themselves because they are the ones who own 10% of Ubisoft currently, and these guys are now focusing on buying out Ubisoft completely. Entirely, Ubisoft is going to belong to Tencent anytime soon. So obviously with the change of authority and change of leadership, I seriously don't know what to expect from what's going to be coming out for the Division 3, and if at all that project is still going to be valid and in development or not, because currently Ubisoft did end up canceling the free-to-play Division game, which is coming to all the platforms including the mobile device, which was the Division Heartlands. And maybe since Tencent is buying the entire company, and Tencent is very well known when it comes to making video games for the mobile devices, they could end up reviving the game and re-releasing it and making it free to play altogether. But doing so is of course going to be affecting the sales and the pitch plot of the Division 3, because of course that game, I don't think it's going to be free to play. But if Ubisoft decides to make it free to play, I think that's definitely going to be getting a lot more players into the community, because the Division 1 and the Division 2, these two games were absolutely amazing. I was, however, a very huge fan of the Division franchise, and I've at least put in 400 hours into both the Division games. I have grinded these games all day and night long when these games released, and I'm a huge fan. I've got to say, Division is one of the best open world MMORPG games that exist till this day. And that's just my opinion. I know some people might not like the Division, but as of now, Ubisoft has done an incredible job when it comes to making one of the best MMORPG games. And these games, definitely, they're going to take a lot of time in order to develop. And also recently, I came across some comments on my last Division video where some people were complaining about the game being online only game. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people in this video are also going to be commenting the same. And it's a basic common sense that this game is a massive open world online multiplayer game where the entire game is designed to be played in co-op as well as PvP and PvE elements. And how in the world are you guys even asking for a game like this with this kind of an objective, and the entire genre is MMORPG, and you want this game to be played offline? Like, honestly, I really don't understand some people sometimes, because yeah, you're of course deciding to play a game that's multiplayer, but then you want to play it offline. It doesn't really make any valid sense to me. But yeah, as far as all the information that we have got regarding the Division 3, it's at least 4 years away at this point. And Julian Guerretti, who is the creative director of the first Division game and the Division 2, he is once again going to be returning to the Division 3, and he's the one who is leading the entire game. So it's of course a good thing because he made some incredible games, and he was also the creative director of Star Wars Outlaws. And Ubisoft gave me an opportunity to review this game, and honestly, I really loved Star Wars Outlaws. I definitely did not find the game as bad as what everyone seems to be claiming. I just think it's just because it's Ubisoft that people just want to hate on this stuff. But I really enjoyed Star Wars Outlaws. Of course, the character model of the main protagonist, I mean, she doesn't really look very attractive compared to all of the concept arts that Ubisoft originally designed. And some of us might claim it as woke agenda, and I do definitely agree on that. But I've got to say, it was definitely an incredible game. I really enjoyed it. Star Wars Outlaws had really great story, and also the gameplay was amazing. Some people might not agree with it, and I think it's completely fine, but I definitely did enjoy Star Wars Outlaws to the core, and all the puzzles and everything in that game was just incredible. Apparently, Ubisoft CEO came out and stated some very outrageous things because Wes Guillemot straight up blamed gamers for Star Wars Outlaws' poor sales, and this is what he had to say, where he says that after the low sales of Star Wars Outlaws, the Ubisoft CEO said that gamers have extraordinary expectations and that delivering solid quality is no longer enough. And in some instances, I've got to say, I kind of agree with what he's saying, and most probably the hate for Ubisoft is just because they are Ubisoft and they've been making some outrageous games and agenda pushing and all that stuff. And I just feel like, gamers have had enough of this stuff at this point, and that's probably why Star Wars Outlaws is getting a lot of hate. But in fact, from what I've played this game and how I experienced it, I really love the game. I give the game an 8.5 out of 10. That was my official score. Honestly, speaking from a gamer standpoint of view, I really enjoyed the game. And there's also a DLC coming up this month, and I'm so excited to go ahead and get my hands on the DLC and see everything that this game has to offer. And I'm also excited for the Division 3, and I'm also disappointed at the same time that 4 years is a long period of time in order to wait for the Division. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys have to say about all of this situation, everything that's going on with Ubisoft and their upcoming Division 3. Are you guys excited for this game? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I would love to read your comments, reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can, because I love to go through my comment section and read some hilarious comments, and some comments really makes a lot of sense as well. So I would definitely like to hear from you guys on what kind of suggestions you guys have for Ubisoft, in case some developers end up watching my videos. They might get an idea of what people really want to see for their next Division game. Now, with that being said, lads, we have so much more information that just dropped in for all the upcoming Assassin's Creed games that is releasing in 2025. I'm currently working on that video, so that video will be out tomorrow, so make sure you guys keep an eye out for that video. It's definitely going to be something that you don't want to miss out on. And if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers all the latest information, news, updates, gameplays, trailers, announcements, and leaks, and every single thing that you guys need about upcoming open world games, then this channel is going to be your #1 stop. So make sure to subscribe. It's absolutely free. Of course, you don't have to pay a dime on YouTube. That's the best part. So subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and don't forget to drop a like. It really goes a long way.